I'm sipping 15, kept a weapon on me. Flow make digits, I'm on my business. Stack chicken like what it's gon' be. Crew in the cut, hey, you want us red run when I tell a bit peace. Love is love. Love is love.
Guys, it's your favorite boy, we're back. So today we're training arms in my local gym, our gym in Oxford. But we're gonna do some arms. You see my previous arm workouts, they're very simple, they're very straightforward. I wanna explain all the fundamentals of the things that I do to ensure that I get the best arm workout I can. I'm still growing, I'm still getting strength gains, and I wanna share with you how I've done that. So for now, let's get warmed up. So for my pre-workout,
that's my pre-workout. What you doing, man? That's my shit, baby.
I've been going bold. My shake goes over there. Anyway, for my pre-workout, I'm currently having deep pre V2, volume 2 for my protein. But to be honest, my favorite pre-workout is the pre-workout, the face tag, which is the best pre-workout I've ever used because it just works. It's very effective. 2-time release is absolutely insane, and it actually works. It's not a marketing gimmick. So yeah, come on, bro. Alright guys, one thing about training with other people that are stronger than you, it's good because it pushes you to do more weight that you don't normally do. That I get all the time is, what's a drop set or a superset? So a drop set, firstly, is a set that you do straight away after your last working set. So you drop the weight down 30-40% and then go again straight away. Rush as much blood into the muscle and completely annihilate the muscle. Not completely, but break down the fibers. Superset is combining 2 different exercises together. 2 exercises for the same muscle group or 2 different exercises. So either you can superset, you know, for example, a preacher curls with a tricep push down. So that's the different variation that you could do. But you can superset any exercise that you want depending on what you're training. So that's the difference between a superset, doing back to back, same exercise, and doing a drop set back to back, and a superset, 2 different exercises joined together. This is a close grip tricep variation, just like that. So yeah, you're gonna get the long head, medial head. If you wanna get the lateral head, you're gonna go wider.
For the record, you ain't trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to go and stuff for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. A6 all the hay. I won't get involved today.
Whereas this is more an overloading exercise. We can start the weight for strength. But if you want to get more detail, it'll be okay.
Still count wins when they got it. On record, off record, I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record, I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Adolescent impressions, I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected with them loose elusive. And I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winnings when I know you're losing.
So now what we're doing is head back curls. Stood up. Specifically for me, I'm doing a narrow grip since already we've done a fairly wide grip. So wide grip to get more of the short head, but this one, over there we've done a wide grip to get the short head. Then we're doing a narrow grip, which is gonna get the long head, a little bit of the brachialis. So you're gonna get some forearm action at the bottom, and as you get to the top, you get contraction on the long head. So that's what we're doing there. So I'm doing 10 reps on the heaviest weight. Well, not heaviest, but on 20 kilograms. The other side, which is 50, I believe. So that's a working set for me. So as you saw from my previous set, it's all about form. When you get to the top, you get a good contraction. When you get to the bottom, fully extend and come back up again. You know, I'm not jerking the weight up like that. It's nice and smooth all the way up. You want to get that form before you start putting more weight on top. Peace.
The winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I had to pivot, shooting up bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper tax, the tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam got the bag. Roll the plot, but get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the record, I'm not trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow up and stuff for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste.
So we've reached the fourth exercise of the workout. Normally when people ask me how many exercises should I do between a workout, to be honest, I recommend anywhere between 4 and 6. That's a good range for number of exercises that you should be doing in order to get enough volume. Like I said, fourth exercise, we're doing skull crushes. So this is going to get the medial head and long head. So these two little bad boys, this part and this part. So we've got the bar right next to our ears and coming down, extending and contracting. So it's just going to get this.
For the record.
Fifth exercise, which is a superset. So 2 exercises joined together, you've got superset.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow up and stuff for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record.
Wrapping up with those exercises. So that's been a lot of volume in this workout. So if you're looking to grow head mass, volume, heavy weight with good form, but you have to eat. You know, you have to compensate that with food in order to repair and grow. So it takes time. I say this throughout every time in my videos. You have to eat. If you don't eat, you're not going to recover. Alright, so this is the finisher. So it's always good to finish up with machines. So they're assisted, which means that you can load more weight and you can load more stress on the whichever muscle that you're training. So we're going to superset this concentration curl machine with tricep bench dips. Bench dips? Sorry, tricep
Been a
dips.
little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. 8-6 all the hay. I work in a bar today. Got lost in the ballin' age. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Adolescent presence, I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejecting with the moves elusive. And I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost 'em. I can work on winnings when I know you're losing. So I with the winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I have to pivot, shooting the bazookas for the backs. I need racks, paper tax. Came through dripping Aquafina, I'm sipping 15, kept a weapon on me. Flow make digits, I'm on my business, stack chicken like what it's gon' be. Crew in the cut, you want us red run when I tell a bit peace.
Yo, what's good? Also not gonna shout.
Shout, bro.
Nah, bro. So this is how many questions I got. So
Fucking hell. How long is it gonna take, roughly?
The ones
Just
remind me not to move my head too much as well. Alright, I'm gonna literally just dive straight into this, by the way. Is what camera do I use? So right now, I'm using a Sony A6500 with a 30mm f1.4 Sigma lens, which is a pretty good lens. Some of you actually don't know this, so I actually studied photography in high school. To be honest, then it didn't really mean anything. So, next question: how do you get motivated? So by all means, use anything as a source of motivation. Motivation can be anything. Bettering myself and make sure I'm the best version of myself every day. Is like, what can I do to improve myself? How do you improve your strength and muscle endurance in the gym? So in the gym, when it comes to muscle endurance, this is something that I've actually noticed. It happens over time. If you do a lot of high volume workouts, so a lot of sets, a lot of reps, your endurance will progress. But if you're limiting yourself to say 5 reps and you're using a certain program, your endurance will not be that great compared to someone that trains, say, hypertrophy compared to a powerlifter. So that's one thing you have to consider. What do you see yourself in 10 years? In 10 years, I'll literally be doing, I think for me, I'm going to be doing the same things I'm doing right now. Obviously, in a different environment, things could change. So I don't know exactly, but I know for sure I want to be doing what I'm doing right now. So making videos, making content, meeting you guys, speaking to you guys, get my trim. How long did it take you to get where you are now? So to get where I am now, it took me 7 years. 7 years of consistency. So 7 years training consistently. But yeah, this month actually marks my 7th year, going into May, which is my birthday. So I started when I got my gym membership at 16. So just before I turned 16, I started, just playing around with weights in my school. Are you a BMX rider? Oh, my passion was BMXing. So riding a bike has always been my thing. Since I was 3 years old, I learned to ride a bike at 3 with no stabilizers. So I'm gonna brag that, by the way. That's an achievement. But yeah, you always see me, pictures of my BMX. That's what I do. That's my passion. I love bikes. My first passion. So it seems like something that's never going away anytime soon. But action sport in general. Best advice for gaining muscle: you have to eat. So if you want to gain mass, you have to be in a calorie surplus, so make sure you're getting your meals in there. That's important. You want variety in your diet. Proteins, carbs, fats. So I consume, high protein, moderate carbs, and low fat. What I do with university and doing what I do, there's no set rule, to be honest. Like, you just have to do it. You figure it out. It's a process. But I try my best, to tackle both with equal effort. But I was finding myself, put more effort to my social media. You learn, which is the most important part. I'm in my final year. It's been pretty difficult. Like literally this morning, I had a deadline. I've only slept for 2 hours, so I'm pretty dead right now. It doesn't look it, but I'm dead. I'm so tired. You just gotta do it. Try to set a plan. Everything that I do, I write it down, like I've always said before. Set a plan, put everything into blocks of what you're doing and allocate your time. What rep ranges build muscle? So 8 to 12 repetition is my go-to rep range, always. How many times do you hit abs? I aim to hit abs 3 to 4 times a week. What happened to VQ? So Vanquish, I'm no longer working with Vanquish anymore. So in this industry, it just works like that. It just works like that sometimes. We were just heading 2 separate ways. If VQ are doing their own thing, I'm doing my own thing. So I'm looking forward to my journey and what's going to come out of that. I'm excited, to really build something, because the amount of support that I've been getting recently from you guys is insane. So I want to keep pushing that by providing more content for you, without any restrictions, and really letting my creativity just flourish and do its thing. Alright, what lens do you use on your Sony? The lens I'm using, the 2 lenses that I use, it's a 30mm, so a Sigma, you might want to write this down. It's a Sigma 30mm f1.4 DCDN lens, and I use a 60mm f1.4, same lens again, but 60mm. So one for vlogging and one for content. That's the lens that I use. How do you become good at editing videos? It's very simple. You practice. So practice makes perfect. But yeah, it's a process. People think it happens, it just happens overnight. It doesn't. Like, I've been editing, making things. I've always been creative since day one. So yeah, it's a process. You learn, but it took years to get where I am right now. Is it necessary to take supplements, protein powders for bodybuilding? No, supplements are not mandatory. It says in the name supplement. It's there to supplement your diet and nutrition. So no, it's not 100% necessary, but it can benefit your training. Just because an influencer is telling you, hey, I got some whey protein here, and they're promoting it, it doesn't mean you have to take it. It just means it's an option for you that you can use. Alright, what software do you use to edit your Instagram and workout videos? So for Instagram and other social media platforms, I get this question every single day, by the way. So I use Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, and the Adobe Creative Suite. So that's how I edit my videos. Pretty straightforward. Well, it's not, but it takes practice. But I recommend, if you're someone that's trying to get into social media, I recommend getting a subscription to like Adobe Creative Cloud. That way you can get access to many tools, which is what I do. So I use from Lightroom, Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects.
Don't torrent.
Exactly, don't torrent it. You gotta, you know, once when you get to a certain position, you gotta give back to the creators, to the people that made it. So remember that. That's something that I promised myself. I remember obviously when I was 14, 15, I didn't have £300 to buy a software. So the only way to get it, you torrent it. Yeah.
That's what I did.
Like that's everyone does that. But again, I think as a profession, when you get to, you know, as someone that's actually working like in the realm of design or like production or anything that requires you to use that software, and you have the money, you should always give back. Because, you know, that's someone else's, that's someone else's work. So that's what I say to that. All right, guys, there's so many questions, by the way. This is insane. All right, tips for growing your Instagram following. So this takes consistency. I think consistency is the key word. You have to understand that it takes time, and you have to be super, super patient. And the biggest thing is networking. Network, meet different people, talk to people, anyone and everyone. Like, you know, the reason why I'm here is because, you know, one of my boys connected me with Naz, and here we are. And this guy's got a dope place. Like, look at it. The atmosphere is mad. So you're gonna network, talk to people, meet people, and then you never know where you're gonna end up. And yeah, that's my pro tip right there. And guys, always, you know, reach out to people and do your best to, you know, create value and offer value. All right, what's your end goal? Compete or just have a aesthetic, natural physique / fitness? All right, so my goal is to build an, you know, athletic, healthy physique, which is sustainable. The backbone to that is just my passion for training. And yes, I do promote natural bodybuilding, and that's the foundation of everything that I do. So a lot of you guys ask me questions, you know, I give it based on my experience, and that experience will be very valuable if you decide to take it, and it will benefit you if you do it step by step, because it's legitimate, because that's what contributed to who I am now. I think this question is very important actually. The best part about doing your own thing and being an entrepreneur. Okay guys, so when it comes to entrepreneurship or starting a business or whatever it is, or whatever business or whatever venture you're going into, you have to understand that whatever you're doing is not going to be successful and you will fail. Like the first business I've ever had, which was my meal prepping company, so Prep Foods, some of you might remember that. You know, we had that running for a year, and that required me to be very committed and work outside my comfort zone for 1 year straight, with pretty much no sleep, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going to the kitchen, making sure the food is there, make sure everything's prepared for the chefs. And that was probably the most amazing experience. You know, it's not something that everyone can experience, but what you learn from that, you really learn more about yourself in terms of, you know, your attitude, you know, how dedicated and your resilience. And yeah, I learned a lot. And especially one thing that I learned is, you know, how to work with people and how to manage people. So being an entrepreneur is probably one of the hardest and most confusing things, because in certain situations, you know, there are no answers. You have to figure it out. You literally have to figure it out. So whether you're trying to start a business, you know, you might not necessarily have all the resources and all the tools, but you got to do something every day that's going to get you a step closer each day until you figure it out, until you figure out that one thing that's going to, you know, make you better than what you were yesterday. That's the way to do it. But the important thing is don't stop. You know, just keep going, keep trying. You know, if you need help, by all means ask. And the more you learn, you know, the next time you do something new, it'll be easier. You know, you'll be 2 steps ahead. You know, so I think it's, you know, it's important to understand that, you know, don't be very one-dimensional in what you do. So for example, for me, being in the fitness industry and being a student, studying architecture and doing fitness, is like, how can I join the two together and what can I learn from both that could, you know, expand my horizon in business or anything else. But it requires a lot of hard work. Hard work will always be the foundation of everything and anything. And your definition of success could be anything. A lot of you guys, you see me working, you see me doing all these things. Like, the reason why I do it is purely because I'm very passionate and I enjoy doing what I do. That's it. That's all it is. Once you build passion, you will grow and you will meet the right people that can help you. Once you get into a certain position, people will support you. And if you're offering help and helping other people grow, you're winning. How many times a week do you train? So I train 6 to 7 times a week. So I have a pretty much 7-day protocol. So I aim to train every day if I can. and that's always how I've trained from day one. You know, people say you should train 7 days a week. I don't see why you shouldn't, especially if you're recovering and eating well. It's okay to train at 15 years old. So if you're 15, it's not a problem. It will benefit you. Training wise, you'll benefit from having a regimented training routine. I think it will benefit your growth. Especially at a young age, your hormones are crazy. So, you know, you have a really good opportunity to grow and make, you know, crazy gains. I think this is the final question. Alright, so I've been getting this question all week. So, okay, let's find it. The question is, am I now working with Gymshark? So, okay, the truth is,